Hi guys. Today we gonna present our journal with title The Issues and Challenges of Logistics in Malaysia. So why we focus on logistic? The development logistic in Malaysia had failed to keep pace with its growth in trade. This could give impact to the Malaysian economic due to the slow progression in logistic. For example, the activities trade for export and import. Based on the problem statement, a systematic logistic can help in reduce all the cost transportation and production, improve the quality of logistics and transport system. What can we see is, there is a relationship between logistics and trade growth. Okay, now, let we look at the result and discussion. Malaysia already implement the National Single Window program for years, but Malaysia still cannot hint of the progress or success in the near future. What can we see based on the research? There are few of logistic problems had been identified. The first one is maritime issue, second is multimodal transport, then port and land access, and the fourth is air freight.
May I know what are the issues?
Sure, let me explain you further. Most of the Malaysia's trade in manufactured goods is carried by containers. The use of containerized shipping has increased, and they cannot keep pace with the rapidly growing demand for berth and storage space. Second, the using of multimodal transport will be the best equipped to complete and bring trade benefits to remote areas. By developing effective communication systems that can keep their clients aware of the status and location of their freight. Third, the high costs of land access to ports caused an excessive concentration of export-related activities at port cities. As container ports expand, they find it difficult to accommodate both the added space requirements because from the high volumes of truck traffic servicing the ports. Air freight is important because of the distance major exports and make quick delivery. These manufacturers have high value to weight ratios. Good air freight facilities are important in attracting fast growth, high value added industries, and they compete to act as hub. As a result, Government of Malaysia needs to take actions to improve trade-related logistics on several fronts. There are some policy recommendations that are being discussed in the journal. What mean by domestic integration? The development of more tightly integrated domestic markets, and logistics systems at the less open and accessible areas in Malaysia by improve the transport services to those areas, with promotes an appropriate mix of modes which is roads, waterways and rails. It also to establish how about private sector collaboration. Nice question. Logistics need to have a high-value product to better serve by the private rather than the public sector. Private operators are reluctant to provide services where trade volumes are low. Government has established the MLC in order to provide leadership. What about with regulatory environment for transport? It is about the regulatory agency monitors ports, another on road licensing, third on freight forwarding, and each may have different plans, standards and reporting requirements. The improvement on transport infrastructure can attract a foreign investment in trade.
Wow! I cannot imagine.
Me either.
But, is there any journal or article that can explain and elaborate more?
Yes, I have read other case study that related on this. So, the title of the journal is Logistics Barriers to International Operations, a case study of Japanese firm in China. The first point is to maintain the prices low. Foreign companies must create their own logistic function in China. Therefore, the companies set up distribution centers of their own. They only need to provide outsourcing to a local product. This enables them to achieve logistics that match the needs of mass transport. Second point is critical challenges in procurement. The common problems in procurement facing Japanese firms can be grouped into three categories: quality, cost, and delayed delivery. The issue occurred because the quality of products deteriorates owing to the inadequacy of transport vehicles, materials stored. For the third point is, many problems identified after the hardware which used to present formidable for foreign firm has been improved, that is the lack of the container trucks, overloading, rough treatment of the products, and the discrepancy of standards, as well as a lack of understanding between shippers and logistics providers. Next point. Barrier facing by foreign firm is regulatory restrictions, especially in distribution and logistics sectors. This is cause a limit the efficiency of its performance. Therefore, it is necessary for most foreign firms to build a distribution infrastructure system or extend their business to the last point. When rise in logistics costs, local labor costs, and a shortage of human resources is also a new barrier. Low costs and a rich supply of labor have to this point been the biggest advantages of expanding businesses in China. This will lead to problem can be attributed to the short.
So, that is the issues and challenge that facing in Malaysia.
Logistics makes the world work better.
When it's planes in the sky for a chain of supply, that's logistics. When the parts for the line come precisely on time, that's logistics. A continuous link that is always in sync, that's logistics. Carbon footprint reduced, bottom line gets a boost, that's logistics. With new ways to compete, there'll be cheers on Wall Street, that's logistics. When technology knows right where everything goes, that's logistics. Bells will ring, ring, ding, ring, ding, ring, ding, that's logistics. There will be no more stress cause you call UPS, that's logistics.
Created using Powtoon.